It's a orange juice.
What's up everyone, this is Yarn from Orange Juice. Joining a large public tournament is highly competitive. First, you should have an idea for the tournament name. For example, when I host the tournament myself, I'm most likely going to create a tournament with the word orange in it. The first thing you need to do is spam the search button, but give it a second to load. Don't spam it too fast, or the screen won't refresh properly. If there's a password and the streamer announces it before changing the password, enter the password and spam the join button. The faster your fingers and connection, the higher chance you'll get in. If the current password is announced, the best chances are if you have a keyboard, such as a Bluetooth keyboard connected to your phone or tablet. If you're looking to join a smaller tournament, it's best to turn off location on your device. Then keep searching for a tournament and just spam join everyone until you eventually get in one. I have a hard time doing this myself. It can take up to 10 minutes to find a single tournament. In the last 4 tournaments I've played, I used a chip cycle deck. The problem with this is that the game would last an average of 5 minutes. Even with consistent back-to-back wins, I wasn't able to penetrate past rank 15. I noticed most of the number 1 players have a high risk, high reward deck, where they run P.E.K.K.A, Triple Musketeers, Double Prince, or Sparky. These are 3 crown decks that enable you to win games faster, where they could win 2 games, while I'm still in overtime for my first game. To rank in the top 3, you need quantity wins and quality plays. You have to be at full concentration to win games back to back. The higher you rank, the harder your opponents, and the harder they fall. One misplay can cost you the game, which can cost you thousands of cards. Let's jump into the game where I faced Phonecats in a 600 player tournament. We both start off the game by building Elixir. I'm playing more conservatively because I don't know what's in Phonecats' deck yet, so I plant a proactive mini P.E.K.K.A in the back. With the Ice Wizard approaching, I plant Goblins on the left side to apply pressure, and that forces him to play Barbarians. Phonecats plays a Princess, typically in tournament play. With an Ice Wizard and Princess on the map, that tells me there's a high chance of a Miner. I planted my Princess to deal chip damage to the remaining Barbarians, and an Ice Wizard to protect my Princess. His Miner still takes out my Princess, but I sent in my Miner to take out his. With the remaining units all clumped together, I zapped for value. Now I know 5 of his cards. At this point, my main concern is a cannon, and I'm not sure if he has one yet, which is why I'm not pushing aggressively. Phonecats plants an Elixir Collector. My main objective right now is to cycle to my Miner to deal with it. I know that he's saving his Barbarians for my mini P.E.K.K.A or my Miner, so I plant a Princess and back her up with Fire Spirits. Phonecats plays an Ice Wizard to absorb my Fire Spirits, all while I'm sending my Miner to take care of his Elixir Collector. Because I overcommitted on the previous push, I need to defend against those Barbarians. The Ice Wizard is perfect for this, and I misplanted him, allowing 1 Barbarian to sneak past. I also have to address the Princess immediately. Lucky for me, Phonecats dropped his Ice Wizard the same time I played my Fire Spirits. At this point, I still don't know his 8th card. I didn't want to commit to a big push, because I'm saving my Miner to take out his Collector. I go for an aggressive Princess plant to draw his attention to the left lane, so that I can deny the entire Collector with my Miner. I know that his Miner is back in rotation, so I planted Goblins and Fire Spirits to be a shield for my Princess. Phonecats wasn't able to zap the Fire Spirits in time, but he left my Miner alone, resulting in me activating his King's Tower. Phonecats does another Barbarian plant to take care of my split push. With his Princess in play, my main concern is an incoming Miner. Phonecats was pushing on the right side, but I correctly predicted his Miner placement. The moment the Princess locked onto my tower, I planted my Goblins to counter both units for a positive Elixir trade. I know his Collector and Barbarians are back in rotation, so I plant my Princess to chip away at the Barbs. With his high Elixir cards, I need to continue applying pressure so he can't plant a Collector. So I send in my Miner for chip damage, and this is when I discover his 8th card is Minion Horde. My Princess locked onto the Barbarians, so I'm forced to address all of his small units with a zap. I know a Miner is coming, but I incorrectly predicted the Miner placement. I thought the Miner would be sent to my tower, when the most likely choice is to target the Princess. After a successful counter, I have a handful of units for a huge counter push. The key for playing against Elixir Collector decks is applying pressure so they can't play it. I planted an Ice Wizard because I need to conserve my Fire Spirits and zap for Minion Horde or Barbarians. Then I plant an aggressive Inferno Tower to take out his Ice Wizard. Based on the tower's health, Phonecats needs to go for a strong push since my miner is slowly chipping away at his tower. He goes in for a final minion push, so I plant my goblins to cycle my fire spirits to counter his minions. I used my fire spirits instead of zap since it wouldn't have killed the minions. Also, I wanted to conserve my zap chip his tower, and that is game. From just one loss, Phonecats D-ranked from position number 18 to 48. Playing in tournaments is very mentally exhausting, especially when you need to play for an hour straight, back to back aiming for consistent wins. It was a really fun match. Huge props to Phonecats for being able to perform so well while being able to stream at the same time. Let's jump into another match ahead in Reversal's 600 player tournament where I faced the number 1 ranked player. At 10 Elixir, I execute a defensive play since I don't know what Fusion has in his deck. Fusion goes for an aggressive surprise push. He immediately sends in a miner, followed by a mini P.E.K.K.A backed up by fire spirits. The fire spirits destroy my mini P.E.K.K.A, and his surprise push pays off. I stun the mini P.E.K.K.A, which cycles to my goblins, and I successfully re-aggro the mini P.E.K.K.A. I go for a counterattack by planting the miner in the top left corner. I plant my princess to take care of the minions, and my mini P.E.K.K.A to deal with his miner and ice wizard, with our card rotation reset. Fusion executes another Fire Spirit mini P.E.K.K.A push, and I adapted by absorbing the Fire Spirits with my miner for a positive Elixir trade. After 2 cycles, I now know that this is his bread and butter in the deck. He plants a proactive Ice Wizard. I send in my Ice Wizard to distract his Ice Wizard, and I prepare my mini P.E.K.K.A to counter his miner. I go in for another miner push, planting it on the same corner. He counters with a Goblin Surround, preventing my miner from chipping his tower. I zap the tower. The mini P.E.K.K.A goes in for a swing, and he misses. I know that another Fire Spirit and mini P.E.K.K.A push is coming with a possible miner. This time I use my Inferno to take care of his mini P.E.K.K.A and Fire Spirits, and counter his miner with my mini P.E.K.K.A. I go in for a counter push, with my miner planted in the same spot. He counters with minions. I zap his minions, preserving my mini P.E.K.K.A with a sliver of health. I dealt over 1200 damage in one push. Now I need to defend Fusion's push. This time I correctly predicted his miner placement with my own Goblin Surround. I sent my miner to the top left corner for the 4th time. He correctly predicts my pattern, preventing my miner from chipping his tower yet again. I predict his miner plant, preventing any damage to my tower while splitting my fire spirits to address the miner, ice wizard, and minion. Here's my 5th miner plant. I planted it in a different position from the previous 4 plays. Because of this, he mispredicted my plant, allowing my miner to lock onto the tower for the win. Fusion fell from 1st place down to 9th just because of one loss. It's highly competitive when you're top 50. One misplay can cost you the game, and can cost you thousands of cards. Props to Fusion for reaching number 1. I've never reached number 1 in any 600 player tournament. Best of luck, Fusion. That's it for this video. Thanks for watching, and an even bigger thanks to all of our Patreon supporters. Here's a bonus clip. I hovered my zap because I was expecting Spear Goblins. Then I knew his next best choice were minions, so I pre-planted Fire Spirits.